Okay, class. So we have a rule, I believe, about passing notes in class. What is the rule, Nicole?
No passing notes in class.
Exactly, and yet I found a note on the ground after you guys left yesterday,
Did you do it?
and I know it's you guys.
I didn't do it.
I'm gonna read it, so I hope I really embarrass someone in here. It looks like it's a breakup letter.
It's time now. I tried to make a breakup letter.
I'm not sure how to start this letter, but I feel like we need to talk. I've been thinking about us a lot lately. Things used to be so great. It was like we were going to be together forever. I mean, everyone said it was perfect. I really thought we would be together forever, but then things changed. I feel like you started to take me for granted. You just started to do whatever you wanted and never even asked me about anything or how I felt. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I don't want to hurt you, but I think it's time we broke up. I mean, it's just not going to work. I need some time by myself to see what it's like on my own. I'm sorry things didn't work out, but I do think you are the one to blame. Sorry, but us is over. Okay, so I lied to you a little bit. This is signed the American colonies. Because this isn't actually a breakup letter.
I thought it was Rachel.
I just reworded the Declaration of Independence into different words. So that's what we're going to do today as a class. Rachel, can you read the learning target for today?
I will be able to discuss the reasons behind the Declaration of Independence.
And the second one, Karina?
I will be able to rewrite the Declaration of Independence in my own words.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to pass this out, and this is actually what we're going to do today. We're going to read the Declaration of Independence in a little bit, and then we are going to rewrite it as not groups, just by yourself, as if it was a breakup letter. That way I can make sure that you guys really understand what it's all about. Can you read the first direction, please, Kimberly?
Like number 1 or?
Right there.
Write a 5-paragraph letter to England or King George III explaining that we are officially breaking apart from them. This is to simulate the Declaration of Independence. As we have discussed in class, history is the story of relationships, and the relationship between England and the colonies is the issue that we are addressing. They went through a difficult time that will lead to a permanent separation and the development of the United States formation as independence is demanded by the colonists. It will be your job to demonstrate this and elaborate how it got to this point.
Good. And Rachel, can you read paragraph 1's direction?
Acknowledge the relationship that you shared and the time you spent together. Introduce to the king that you need a change.
Okay, thank you. Nicole, can you read the second paragraph's direction?
Explain that it is time for change. Tell him how your natural rights have been suppressed by including your claim here.
Awesome. And Karina, the third one?
Give your evidence or specific reasons why you feel hurt and unappreciated. The use of concrete details is needed here. Include many acts or events that demonstrate abuse that have compelled you to leave King George/England. You must explain, warrant the reasons for your unhappiness with explicit examples. Do not just list. Bold the acts, events in this paragraph.
Awesome. Kimberly, can you read the fourth and the fifth one, please?
Explain how you, at the colonies, tried to communicate your displeasures. Bold the acts and events in this paragraph. 5. Conclude the letter with your official statement, a quote from the Declaration of Independence, and describe how you will carry on as a newly independent country or person after this relationship.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to pass this out, and how we're going to read it is popcorn reading. Does everyone know what that is? Popcorn reading is when whoever starts gets to read until they don't want to, and then they call another person's name, and then they read until they popcorn to someone else. Everyone understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nicole, if you could start, that would be great.
Okay. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to this separation. Rachel.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain undeniable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights governments are instituted among men, deriving that their own powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to institute a new government laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness.
Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Karina.
Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world.
Okay, awesome. So now for the rest of the class, you're going to work on this breakup letter, and if you need help, you can ask me.